Okay. Well, I mean, I can't see you, but yeah, it's a lot of wackiness today. So yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're not visible. So this is how our Sunday is starting off, apparently. This is how. Okay. Yeah, yours is actually. Yeah, your picture is actually strong. And you're echoing, so you might have to come back out and come back in. Yeah. So, but anyhow, let's see if anybody figures out that we have switched gears because that one did not work very well. So give it a chance for people to catch up to our live stream. Okay. So welcome in. Welcome in. I see I have one person in the chat. I am waiting for my co-host to join back in. But not visible, my love. I know. Talking about a wacky Sunday. Talking about a wacky Sunday. Hello, I see somebody's in here. We are actually having. Hello, I see somebody's in here. Okay, all right. Yes, welcome in. So, hi. So the love is actually having a wonky start today. um, I still cannot see you, dear. So did you come out and come back in so I can edge back in? Hmm. Yeah. Just try coming out and coming back in. So thank you for those that are in. Hi, Josh, Gabriel. Appreciate you for coming in. Hi, Yuda, Duda. I see some new names in here. And my pronouns are she, her. Yes. We had to go to a different live stream. So some of our folks might have got lost. They might have been looking for our other link, which is not actually up right now. So we just had to do an improvision to our Sunday Sister Talk live. So I do appreciate those that who have joined in, and I cannot. So I was saying you might have to come all the way out and then come back in. Yes. Okay. So I hope everybody's Sunday is going much better than ours is right now. Because Yeah, this was a wacky start to our day. And yeah, things happen. Life happens. But we do this every Sunday, and we have not had wackiness in a minute. So this is very surprising that it started off this way. But I hope everybody is having a good day so far. So I'm going to see if my co-host can join me again in the live. Oops, oh, so sorry, guys. So sorry. Yes. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm going to kick it off while I wait for um, Janae to come back in. So we do a collaboration where we talk about different things that are passionate to us. And today I am going to talk about finding your passion. Let's see if my co-host is in today. No, girl, it's one of those definitely can hear you. Definitely can hear you. So it is it is definitely one of those Sundays. It is definitely one of those Sundays. Oh my god. This is so funny to me. This is so funny to me. Yeah, it's refusing to show you, dear. Huh? Oh my god. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, the devil is a lie, but you know what? We, we just gonna make it do what it do. At, at this point, girl. At this point, I am cracked it up. Yeah, and you came back out in the same link, and it still wouldn't let you. You can. Oh, so well on my end, I can't even. On my end, I can't even see you guys at all. So yeah. Mm. Right. Yeah, I'm looking at you on another device to see if I can see you coming through, and on my screen it's not showing you either. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I can hear. I'm not sure. Can anybody hear Janae in the chat? Can you put Can you say if you can hear her at least? Because we can't see her, but if you can let us know if you can hear her, that would be awesome. Let us know if you can hear her. Because I see you have some people in the chat. I just want to know if you can actually hear Janae speaking in the chat. I just want to know if you can actually hear Janae speaking in the chat. So Say something again. Yeah, just say something. Mhm. I can hear you loud and clear on my end. Um, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't think you're heard on the other device either now. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, sweetie. Right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it's not letting you talk. Right. See if you can use another device and see what happens. Okay. But I see we have a few people in here. I appreciate you is joining in with our technical difficulties because let me tell you, it's always something. Always something. Yes, 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 yes. Um, I'm not sure if you guys can hear her on your end, but I appreciate the ones that are in here with us. So I wanted to well, hello, hello. Thank you for coming in, Lisa. As you can see, it has been a wonky start to our Sister Talk Live today. So, Lisa, can you hear Janae or because I can't? I'm not sure if you guys can hear her. If you can see her, because on my end I cannot see her, but I can hear her. So, if you can let us know if you can actually hear Janae, that would be awesome. That would be great. Okay. Yeah. Let, yeah. Let us know if you can hear Janae in the live. At first, you couldn't see me. So okay, so Lisa says she cannot hear or see you. She cannot hear or see you. Okay. All right. So maybe she's gonna try to come in again. But thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate that. We had a wonky start. Before um I was not visible, and now she's not visible. But we're going to talk about like finding your passion. So I know we have been doing a series um about self-care, energy healing and things of that nature. But today we wanted to talk about finding your passion, because I know that's a topic that people kind of get lost in. Like I'm one of those ones that got lost in what my passion actually is. It's like how you know things that you really love and enjoy, but you it's hard to really like find a way to like pursue it or go about it. So um, that was a very very like touching topic for both of us, because we both um took different paths. We kind of had um similar ideas of what we wanted to do, and like kind of like the same things that we enjoy, but we kind of took a different direction in it. Like if you recall the past, how I talk about wanting to be a famous dancer, choreographer, where you see my name in lights, be the next Debbie Allen, because I was very very inspired by Debbie Allen and Fame, and I knew early on as a child that I wanted to dance, and I had like a knack for dancing and just just showcasing my dancing skills. So I first joined in dancing like when I was in like grade school, like 8 years old, and I joined my first group. Um, but didn't get to actually like perform or do anything because it we ends up moving and things like that. But they were saying like, I'm always like figuring out like is finding your passion like a big deal? Is it like a big deal? So they say like finding your passion can like happen in like different ways. Interesting. So it shows you. Yeah, I see that, but like you totally are not like visible. You totally are not visible. I don't know what in the world, but they saying like it's several ways to find your passion, and they said like self reflection. Like consider your values, your strengths, and your interests, and think about what activities or topics make you feel enthusiastic. Hmm. Self reflection. So I'm like, yeah, I never thought about like just reflecting on it, you know what I mean? But they said that's a way to like find your passion. Exploring, exploring, um, trying out new activities, um, topics or fields that interest you. And don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. I'm like, okay, like don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Trying something new. Yes. Yes. Like, yeah, learn learn the instrument. I'm not sure if you guys can hear my co-host, but she is in the background. And she is talking. It is so sad that you guys can't hear her. Oh my goodness. Right. Yeah, right. Oh man, yeah. And I've added you. I don't understand why it's not allowing you to be present and visible on this topic. But yeah, but they're saying like step outside your comfort zone. Yeah, I know, Nay, that you did that. You did that. You stepped outside your comfort zone and you followed your passion. And you just took it and ran with it. So I know you definitely followed your passion. They also say like trial and error. Like try out many activities to find what resonates with you. Wow. That one right there. Let me put a pin in that one. Try many activities to find out what resonates with you. Um, I know that I am like passionate about like so many things, but it's just all about like being able to like pursue it and like follow it. Um and it said, remember, like the process of elimination can help you find out and lead to your passion, right? So, like I said, my passion, love to dance. I did pursue it. I did pursue it, like joining like dance groups. So I actually found like old pictures of me with certain groups. Um, I belong to the one group, Lasanga Yabana Ken, and we would like travel and do like different performances, which was Congolese dance. That was centered around Congolese dance, and we had dancers that did like the fire dancing and things. So and we had to like wear like the makeup on our face. Like that was basically in Congo that they wear like the face paint and the makeup and stuff like that. So and we did like grass skirts and things like that. So like every time we went to perform, it consists of us doing the makeup on our face, the paint, the grass skirts, like different. Our outfits were very unique, very distinct for Congo. But I found the pictures and I was like, oh my God. Like that was like such a pivotal time in my life when I actually pursued what I'm passionate about and like made it come to fruition. Okay. Um, and also hypnotic dance ensemble. Okay. So I just kind of like slid into like belly dance. That wasn't something that I was like passionate about, but I was interested in. Like I found it as something that I would like to learn about and participate in, right? So our group was called Hypnotic Dance Ensemble, right? And we it was a group of us ladies, and we actually would do different shows with belly dance, and we would do teaching of belly dancing, do like little like I won't even say like workshop, but do classes where we would like help teach ladies how to do belly dancing because it's all in the hip, all in the hip. And believe it or not, like some people cannot like move the hip the way that it should be to make that dance flow. And even with Congolese dancing, it's all in the hips, all in the hips. So like it definitely takes like a skill set to be able to do that type of dance, right? So that for me was very, very interesting. Learning something different that came with what I'm passionate about, right? So yeah. And hip hop, that it was always the hip hop and the modern dance for me too. But I never was able to really like pursue that part of what I enjoyed because that's where it started for me, like hip hop and modern dance. I remember being in high school and trying out for this school of dance, this performing arts school, and working really hard because I was obsessed with like Taylor Dane. And I just loved loved her songs, and I did like routines to Taylor Dane, did tried out for performing arts school. I got there and it was like they took it to like a whole another level. Like I wasn't like formally trained in doing like um ballet and modern dance, and it's like for that school you had to be like have some kind of like ballet or some kind of like formal training. And for me it just came like natural, that was just came natural just to dance. So I would like incorporate like modern with a little bit of ballet, but it wasn't like real like formal, put it that way. So needless to say, they're like, okay, well, you have some more that you have to work on with your ballet skills. Okay, and that was fine. That was fine. But I was glad that I was even given the opportunity to like try out for it. And also back to where I grew up. I grew up in Virginia. So they had this talent search come to town, and thanks for being here, girl. Yeah, maybe you could just collaborate through chat, honey, because I don't know what's going on to why you cannot be on the screen. But At least you can just collaborate through the chat, okay? And that you can kind of input that way. That will, you know, keep the flow going. But we had this talent search come to our town, and they were looking for people to do different parts of the segment for the talent search. It was kind of like how when they had what was that show? They used to come out the talent show. They used to come out back in the day, but it was kind of like mimicking that. So I remember going to this talent search, and they had all these people auditioning, and I had worked so hard on this routine because that was back out when Janet Jackson was like hot. She was hot back then, right? You know, she had Pleasure Principle and Black Cat, all this stuff, like all the hot songs. That was when she was in her prime. And I did this routine to her Pleasure Principle. I remember studying that routine, right? Studying it, that routine. And that was what I did for my audition for this talent show, right? Talent search. It was like it's right now it's escaping me. The talent show that used to come on back in the day, Star Search, that's what it was. Star Search. It was like the Star Search thing, like how the one they used to come on back. I'm probably telling my age. Some of y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but they used to have Star Search back in the day, and it would be like talent would come, and it would actually come on TV like every week. For like different people all around the world. Like it was kids, might be older people, but yeah, it was called Star Search. But this was like a talent search, something like a Star Search came to my city when I was in Virginia. So anywho, I had did the routine from Pleasure Principle for Janet Jackson. And I was like the first to go up. Now I thought that I was going to sit back, watch everybody else do their thing because back then my last name was with a W. Okay. So right now I have a married name now, but it was with a W. So I'm like, okay, so I can sit back, watch everybody else do their thing, get my jitters and stuff out. And I don't know why I was so nervous or why I was so jittery, but I was nervous. I've never like been in that performed in that kind of capacity in front of like other people. So of course, guess who gets called first? I get called first. I went there, and once I hit that stage, like I just blocked everybody out, did my thing. When I got done, I just looked around and seen like everybody like out their seat cheering and clapping, and I was like, oh my God, because that was literally probably the first time that I ever like performed in front of anybody. I always had a passion, and I would do these dance routines, and I would like pull my sisters up in the middle of the night and be like, ooh, I got these new steps. Come on, let's just do these new steps and stuff. But that's how you know when you're passionate about something. Like when you're sleeping it, you're thinking about it, and then you wanted to come to fruition. So, needless to say, I got accepted to do this talent search, but it was during the times when they required you to do like a demo of your performance, and I did not have access to like a video recorder back in that day, because this when they were just coming out, and they were like, okay, well, he said I was W. Look, you couldn't tell me. I thought I was. I thought I was. But they wanted me to record. They was like, okay, you have been accepted into this talent search to be a part of the show. So now we just need you to like record part of your routine so we can submit it to the show. So I passed the whole audition part, right? So I was like, oh my God. So like it was a struggle trying to find somebody with a video camera to record this, right? So needless to say, I was like, okay, I had to pass on that. So I probably would have been a big star, y'all. On lights, I might have been the next Debbie Allen. Who knows? If I'd just been able to record that part of my routine. So yeah. So that was like one of my funny stories about a dream deferred. Okay. But I did get opportunity to try out for our dance group in my high school. So they had a dance group at high school where they showcased every week, like during like pep rallies and things like that. Where you got to, but you were with a group though, like, and you got to dance. So I did make it through that. You love dancing so much, you really inspired me. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? I know, cause you like you a dancing queen too, sis. You a dancing queen too. Um, but so I got to dance, and I danced with that group, and we were called the Rhythm Riders. The Rhythm Riders, okay. And again, Taylor Dane was my go-to. If it wasn't Janet Jackson, then it was Taylor Dane. So I did my audition for that group with Taylor Dane song. So they was like, okay, we didn't know that you can move like that. So why did it take you so long to try out for our group? Because that group was around like throughout my whole career in high school, and I finally didn't decide to try out until maybe my sophomore junior year when I finally decided to try out for it or whatever. But it was me like with my jitters, you know what I mean? Not, not wanting to like step out of that box and show people what I could actually do. But yeah, but we're talking about finding your passion, okay? And for me, that was a big part of my life. That was something that I was really, really passionate about. And like I said, we started off with, they said, do self-reflection, consider your values, your strengths, your interests, and think about what activities or topics make you feel enthusiastic. And for me, dancing made me feel very enthusiastic. Then they say explore it, like trying new activities, topics, or fields that interest you, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. So again, I did step outside my comfort zone with trying and auditioning for two different platforms to showcase what I'm passionate about. Then they say trial and error, like try out many activities to find out what resonates with you. And remember that the process of elimination can also help lead to your passion. You said, would I dance again now? Um, Very good question. Would I dance again now? You know I'm always ready to to get on the dance floor. To get on the dance floor. Um, it would depend. It would definitely depend. Um, what type of dance, the frequency of it, because I feel like my life has gotten so busy. And will I be able to commit to like rehearsing and things like that? But I love it so much that I feel like I will do it again. I do feel like I will do it again. Um, and they said think long term, like consider tasks, skills, and hobbies that you've been drawn to for a long time, and understand that passion often comes from mastery over time. And that's right. Like you have to like master your passion. I felt like I mastered it because it was something that I've been doing since I was about 8 years old, and I felt like I just got better and better and different types. And I ventured in a lot of like platforms, or you could say like dancing with the Sangha Yabana Ken, which is based off of Congolese, dancing with African Connections, which was based out of West African dance. And this one, now you can pretty much chime in on this one because you was a part of African Connections, and we did a lot of like shows and performing throughout the city. And my sister Janae was in it. My little nieces, which are little tots, were in it. So it was started from young up to old for African Connections. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, we did a lot of shows around the city. So yeah, so it started out with me with dancing with Lasagna Yamanican, which was strictly based on the Congolese. And like I said, it was the fire dancing. Like we had dancers that dance with the fire. Yeah, and it was all about like the makeup and stuff, like the true Congo, because our instructors were from Congo. So quick story about that. So they had actually like reached out to my like dance director, because she would travel everywhere like doing like fitness classes and things like that. She was into dancing, and I got connected with her by being a part of a fitness gym. It was all for women, called Lucia Roberts, right? She will be doing the what do you call it? The sexy dance. Like it was kind of like she was big on bringing out your sexy, right? Bringing out your sexy. So my other sister, we both belonged to the same gym. So we would just stay. Her name was Mita, right? So we would just stay for her color. I'm trying to think the wording she used it, but it was like you're sexy, like you're like bring out your inner sexy dance, and she would be like bring your pumps, bring your heels, bring your sexy. So we would just go, and and back then I was like much like thinner, and everything was tight, everything was right where the way it was supposed to be. So we would do the little working out, and then we would we would have our little pumps and stuff with us and go for this class. So every time doing this class, like, I'm doing my little thing with my sexy and everything, like, yeah, honey, like that's what talk about learning these new sexy moves and stuff like that. So she was like, yo, she said, I don't know where you been, but you got what it takes to like really like be a part of what I got going on, right? So she said that to me and my sister Jackie, right? So right on Janae. So if for those that don't know, me and Janae, we have my sister in between us. um she's doing her thing, but as you can see, me and Nene, we do a lot of collabs, and we are like really close, but we do have a sister that's in between us. So at the time, my other sister um was like very like active and involved with what we were doing. And so we both that's when we joined the group, the Sangye Bondikin. And we we're dancing with that, and we did the hypnotic belly dancing. And she decided to venture off and go do her own thing. But then that's when I reached out to my sister, Janae, because I got involved with the West African dance, which was called Dance Connections. And Janae and my nieces joined in. And yeah, so we would actually travel. So we were known for like the dancing sisters, so put it that way. um but that's probably something that I'm like really, really, really passionate about. Because they say, although you can do it through trial and error, that you can see guidance too, like connecting with people like who inspire you, like such as mentors or friends, learn from their experiences and stuff like that. And back then, like my mentor was Mita. Like I was so inspired by her, because she wasn't like your typical like dancer or like fitness instructor, but she was so athletic, and she could like do splits, like she could move her hips. Like I was like, wow, like so like don't ever get caught up in like this body image thing, like you have to be like super thin to be like a good dancer and stuff like that and be able to have moves. Because honey, like she had like hips for days, and she was not like super thin, but she was very athletic. Like she showed us how to do belly dancing. Like she showed us how to tap into our like inner sexy and dance moves and things like that. So yeah, dancers come in all types of forms. So just like keep that in mind. Like if you like dancing. Like, don't think that you gotta look a certain type to be considered like a dancer and be able to like be performing in people's stage and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, but they said like think long term, right? Yeah, like Lisa, you agree, right? Right. So they said like think long term, like consider tasks and skills or hobbies that you've been drawn to for a long time, and understand that passion often comes from a mastery over time. So that's pretty much what I was just saying. Like when you like keep pursuing like certain hobbies or things that you're passionate about, like it comes at through mastery. Like you end up mastering like what you are passionate about, right? And that you could kind of tap in on this, because I know I'm talking a lot about dance, because that's like a big passion of mine. Like I could talk about dance like all day, whatever. Because that was something that I've stay consistent with, like even as a child, that I knew I wanted to like dance and like be in that world, be in that world. um and they said assessing what you don't love. So that that is a big one. Assessing what you don't love. You know how you get into certain things and you realize, okay, I really really don't feel passionate about it. Really don't feel passionate about it. And that's me. That's me. I have gotten into different aspects um of my life, of things that I was passionate about, well, thought I was passionate about at the time, and then realized when I got into it that it's really not passion, and I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying it. Um, so uh, I can give you an example. So trying different things. Like I know, like I'm not. You said you changed like the weather, right? like, like I said, okay, well, I love helping people. Like I'm very passionate about that. So that's probably like another passion outside of dancing, like helping people. I'm very passionate about that. But I've like gotten to different spectrums where I say, okay, let me try this. Um, like doing something like getting into like life insurance, stuff like that. Like I know this is something people need. Let me try that area. Wasn't passionate about it. Um let me do something where I can go spreading the word about products or something like that. Wasn't passionate about it. It all seemed like a good idea, but wasn't passionate about it. So I'm always willing to try something, but not really passionate about it. I have a passion for teaching. That's probably like my third passion, right? Like I have different things I'm passionate about. My passion come in levels: dancing, helping people, and teaching. But when you are in something and you realize, okay, you're starting to get like that burnout, your passion starts to dwindle. I know my passion like starts to dwindle, you know. So I start to question like, how long can I continue this? So when you start to question how long you can continue something that you felt really passionate about, that's when it's time to change. Okay? That's when it's time to change. So just think about that. Think about that. When they say assessing what you don't love, assessing what you don't love. You said we can fit in many spaces. Yes, we can fit in many spaces. And like I'm a prime example. Like I have my hands in a lot of different things, but it's only a couple of things that I'm like truly passionate about. Okay. So when you start not loving things and you're not as passionate about it, that's when it's time to like change it and um pursue something that you really want to do. Okay. Um, passion changes and grows. Yes, it definitely does. It definitely does. Definitely changes. Like I said, I'm at a stage in my life where My passions are not really the same. Like I have a passion for dancing, and my sister asked me earlier would I um like ever dance again. Like I feel like I would because I'm always passionate about dancing. Um, but like I'm a teacher. Like I feel like because of the challenges that come with it, um, my passion is probably not as strong as it used to be. Like I couldn't see myself doing anything other than like teaching and educating like years ago. It's like I just want to like really help. I get great joy in watching like children grow and you know learn and move to the next level, and I still enjoy that. I'm not sure like if my passion is like as strong as it was. Because it does get challenging. It does get challenging. So that's why it says, just start assessing things that you're not as passionate about and things that you don't love as much. Okay. They said pay attention to highlights. So notice what days or times of day you look forward to the most and consider where and with whom your best moments take place. Wow. Let me say that one again. Pay attention to highlights. Notice what days or times of day you look forward to the most and consider where and with whom your moments take place. Wow. That was powerful. That was powerful. Wow. I mean, I really had to think about that. Like, what time of day? Yeah, right. Things that bring you joy. Like, what do you look forward to the most? Like, what days or what times of the day? You know? And I'm gonna be honest. I look forward to at the end of the day when I leave work. And I'm like, wow, I was like, I get to go to the gym or I just get to sit back, make me a green smoothie. Like my best parts of the day is like after work hours. Like I don't think about it. I'm like, that brings me joy. That really brings me joy. You know, just knowing that I get to unwind and do something for me, have a moment of peace. Okay. Wow. And I look forward to my my Sundays. I do because my Sundays consist more of me practicing like self-care, taking time out for me. I'm such a big advocate for self-care and doing what you need to do for you, right? So that's probably like the highlights of my days. Um, think about what scares you. They said, thinking about what scares you. Consider if you feel excitement and fear when you think about going all in with a certain skill or pastime. Hmm. Do you feel excitement or do you feel fear when you're pursuing your passions? Hmm. Things that bring you joy. What are you excited about? What are you fearful about? Right. Hmm. That's interesting. And think about your childhood. Think about how you played as a child, like how your childhood self would view you as your adult. Hi, Cruz Valera. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, we were talking about finding your passion. I'm talking about how I just knew I was gonna be this famous dance choreographer, like the next Debbie Allen. I'm not sure if you if you're familiar with that. I'm probably aging myself, but yeah, that was like a big passion of mine. But it's like it's different levels to like finding your passions, right? Um, let's say embrace the present moment with mindfulness and cultivate wisdom within yourself. Liberation from suffering is found in understanding and empathy. Yeah. Right. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Um, yes, you said nowadays my passion is living happily and in peace. Yes, absolutely. So that comes to what I was saying about like my most exciting parts of the day or things I look forward to is like after I leave work. I feel like that's my most peaceful moments. Like just looking forward to that peace. You know what I mean? Looking forward to that peace. Um, being able to do something for me. Because my job is very demanding. It's a lot happening. It's the no 2 days look the same. I must say, like I go into my days like with a predictability. Like, okay, I know it's going to be some challenge with certain things. But what's that's going to look like, I don't know. It's always something different, especially when you're dealing with children. When you're dealing with children, they have their days too. Like they could have their good days, they could have their off days, but you never know. You never know what you're going to get, from day to day. So it's not a lot of peaceful moments. Being an educator, I'll just say that. All right, but yeah, but how they say thinking about your childhood, and I knew, like I said, as a child that I wanted to um help others. I had a knack for um, teaching and educating. I had a passion for dancing. So it's a difference, like having a passion and having a knack for something, like, right? But my passion came later with wanting to teach. I knew I had a knack for it, wanting to teach, but it wasn't a passion growing up. It wasn't my childhood passion. Like I didn't have a passion as a child saying, "Ooh, I want to be a teacher. I want to educate. I want to help um, little people grow their brains." That was not a passion. My passion was like being a dancer. Okay, choreographer. Okay, that was my passion. I knew as a child that's what I wanted to do. Okay, but I talked about in my last segment of Sister Talk Live about how dreams deferred. Um like even though I was pursuing dancing, wanting to be a dancer, but my dream got deferred. Getting married young, having children, and sometimes you have to put your dreams on hold. Things that you're passionate about, you have to put them on hold, especially when you have young children, when you're trying to raise your family and you want to be present, in their life and be the parent that they need and deserve. So, like I said, I put that dream to the side. Okay, it was all about being there for my kids. I couldn't be like dancing and traveling around the world with young children. Okay, but I was able to like at least get into school. Okay, and pursue education. Okay, so I was able to do that. So that's how things just came around for a circle. Because I'm like, okay, I know I have a knack for teaching, but is that something I really wanted to do? And as I got into it, it's like, okay, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. I wouldn't say it was a passion, but I enjoyed like educating and watching children have that aha moment. Okay, watching them like, oh, I got it, I understand it, and being excited about learning. Okay, I think that's probably what it is in a nutshell for me. Getting kids excited about learning and growing their brain. All right, but they say it's like 3 reasons why it's so hard to follow your passion. And I think I just kind of like touched on it. Like it can be hard. Like things can be going on in your life. You might not have a way or a means. And you trying to like figure out, is this something that you can actually do or bring to light? So me and my sister we talk about this all the time, right? Yes, because of money, right? Like different reasons why you can't pursue your passion. Okay, like it could be something totally expensive that takes a lot of money, takes a lot of time. And if you like work a 9 to 5, you gotta try to work things around your schedule. Like myself, like working a 9 to 5. So like responsibility, yeah. Yep, exactly. Like how I was saying, like I have young kids. I had young kids at the time, and like I had to be there for my children, so I couldn't like do a lot of things. Okay, um, but sometimes that can like really have an impact on what you're like passionate about. You know, so Nay, like I know she like really like pursued like different dreams and passions of hers. So now when you went to like when you started doing like your shows and going traveling around the world and like doing different like vending things, like how did you figure out that you were like passionate about that? Like how did you figure out that you were passionate about it? Because you kind of took it and you ran with it, right? So for many of y'all that don't know, like my sister's channel is Artistic Healing Expressions, but she went through different avenues, and I'm just curious about like which one like really resonated for her to say, "Cause this is my passion. I just want to do this like full time." So I just want to let her like jot her thoughts like in the chat, because like I said earlier that she definitely danced with me. We did hypnotic belly dance ensemble. She danced with me for African Connections. And then she ended up starting her own classes where she like taught belly dancing. So she said I did it and it turned out well, so I figured it was for me. Right. Right. So yeah, so but like when I know like you started out with dancing, but um did it take you long to figure out that it was for you? You say you think a gift can be a passion. Right, right. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like first dancing. Like I just felt like I had a gift for it. Like just give me some music and it's on and popping. It's on and popping. And I was able to pick up on things like very, very fast, you know. And I knew that when I was young. I was able to pick up on things. Yes, yes. Yeah. I see you got some connections. Got some connections with that. Yes. Um, yeah, like you could have a gift for something and it could be like actually be a passion, right? Um, but they say it's three reasons why it's so hard to follow your passion. And I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, we talked about responsibility, not having the means for it. You know, different reasons, right? You said when people hear me sing, they say I should pursue singing. Yes, you have took that and ran with it. Took that, ran with it. And that's so funny. That's so funny. Like when I say, like I love my sis because she don't let nothing stand in her way. And I'm one of those people, like I always try to weigh the pros and cons of things. Like, is this something that I can actually like do or pursue? I don't like going a lot of things like head first. Like I'll always sit back and like analyze and evaluate and stuff like that. You know, like I might have an idea, but I might not like jump right into it right away. Um, but one of another thing is I won't say I was passionate about it, but loving to sing. It's like just because I love it don't mean I'm good at it. It don't mean I'm passionate about it. So I just want to be clear on that, okay? So growing up, and I talked about how I would be like dreaming the dance steps in my sleep and wake up and be like, okay, y'all, we gonna try these moves. We gonna I choreograph like all these different dance steps to these different songs. I was like, okay, we're gonna perform this because one day we're gonna be on somebody's stage. Like I will constantly say that one day we're gonna be showing off our dance skills on somebody's stage, right? I guess I put that into the atmosphere because it actually came to full circle, like as in my adult life, right? But anywho, so one other thing that I would enjoy doing, but I wasn't like that passionate about it, but I enjoyed it, and that was singing, right? So it's funny that then they said about when people would hear her sing. So I was one that I would like grasp onto like some of my favorite songs and like be singing, and I'll have my two sisters as my backup singers. Okay, so I would literally be like, okay, we got to sing it like this. Like I was really like real strict about it. Like we are really about to show people that we just there's three sisters that be sang it, right? Three sisters that be sang it. And I was like the same way I was with like dancing, like we gotta do these stuffs right. I was the same way with the singing part. Be like, nope, you ain't singing that right. You off key. You sing the like I was really going to be like singing in front of people. No, good and well that I am like super stage fright when it comes to singing. You know what I mean? Like you can't get me to go on nobody's stage singing in front of nobody. You said I was a serious coach. I believe if you do the things that you love and make you feel good and it comes naturally to you, the universe brings opportunity. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because I love singing, but like I have like a form of like stage fright with singing because I don't think that I'm that good of it. Like I love singing, like I'll sing around the house, things like that. But do I feel like I'm good enough to get in front of people and sing? Not really. But you couldn't tell me that growing up that I was not a singer and wasn't good at it, and I would have my sisters doing backup, backup for me. But Janae, so she started perfecting that, doing like the vocal coaching and things like that. And she actually gets on stage and be like singing. Okay. Confidence is key. Absolutely. And I would just hold you. I am not confident about singing in front of people. Like, I feel like that I'm good enough to, but I don't feel that I'm strong enough to do that in front of people. Okay. So, but one day I might surprise y'all. One day I might surprise y'all, and actually break out with some tunes or the video be singing or something like that. You never, never, never know. So I try to stick to things that I feel like that I'm really good at. That if I present it in front of people, that they will receive it well. Because I've been doing it for so long, right? You say you think I should pursue it. Well, I say like my sister's like one of my biggest cheerleaders. She's like my biggest cheerleader. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know I love singing. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I just get stage fright. Remember that time when we was had the chance to sing at this poetry slam night, and we were gonna sing this song, the SWV song, right? Um, we was like, okay, so we was in the corner like practicing who gonna sing what part, and whatever. And when it came time to call us up, I got cold feet. I got cold feet, and my sister was up there by herself. And I stood there cheering her on for the sidelines. Oh man, it's like the one thing about Nate, she gonna make it happen. She bold, like she gonna do it. She gonna do it, right? I know you sure did go up there low. You sure did. I was like, oh my god, like I was like, I can't. I've never like sung in front of people, but if it had been dancing, that'd be a different story because I know how to tune people out. Like, like how they say dance like nobody's watching. Like I could dance like nobody's watching and just tune you out and just get out there and do my thing. So it's crazy that I don't get stage fright when it comes to dancing because you can get into your own mind and like nothing around you is there. Like you can just like literally like dance and tune everybody out. But for me, I feel like singing, like you have to like be there in your thoughts, engaging with people staring at you, and you got to make sure you hit that note and you ain't cracking and stuff like that. And you looking and you see people like actually reacting to you singing. So I think that's what it is, right? Yes, yeah, we are confident. Yeah, we are very confident about dancing. Very, because you can just be dancing and you don't care. They looking at you, right? But you don't care because you in your move, right? You just doing what you do, right? But I feel like when you're singing, like you actually can look out and just see people if they're feeling what you're singing or they like, oh God, like you could no. That's probably like my biggest fear. My biggest fear, like, I don't know, I don't know. But anywho, they were saying that it's so hard to find passion. They were saying that research on passion suggests that we need to understand three key things. One, passion is not something one finds. but rather it is something to be developed. Let that marinate. Two, it is challenging to pursue your passion, especially as it wears over time. Hmm. Yes. And three, passion can also lead us astray. It is therefore important to recognize its limits. let's just marinate on that for a second. I'm going to hone in on number three about passions can lead us astray. So recognize its limits. So you can pursue a passion, and it could be a passion, but you can actually like go left with it. Like, like prime example, like I hear so many stories like people say, oh, I'm gonna go to where I can be a big star. And when you think of that, where do you think people usually go when they want to be a big star? California, New York, like Memphis, depends on what you're into, right? Places where stars are made. You're passionate about it, you get over there, um, you realize it's harder than you thought. Um, you end up getting into other things, like you might pursue it so hard that you end up going down a whole different path or something like that. So, yep, or end up homeless. Exactly. Exactly. Like you hear so many stories about people going out on faith, following my passion, pursuing their dreams, and then it turns out to not really work in their favor, you know? So I definitely resonate with that it can lead you astray, and let's recognize its limits. Like if you get to a place where you're trying to pursue something and it's so many like obstacles or things that you think that you can't overcome, or it's definitely not going to work for you, and you're like trying to push the envelope, you know um just be mindful, of that, so I think your passion has to be who you are. Exactly. Yeah, definitely do not try to be somebody that you're not, or trying to be what you think you should be, or you're seeing other people pursuing it and you're trying to do it. I think that's probably like the biggest thing. Like what somebody else doing may not be for you. You know what I mean? It may look cool, it may look like something that you can do, but if it's not a gift, or it's not something that is just sustainable for you, and maybe it's not a passion that you should like really pursue. So like it's so many gray areas about like finding your passion. For me, it's so many gray areas, you know. I was able to pursue my passion, but it took a while. Like I said, like I had different opportunities, young in high school before I had kids and stuff. Hi Marlene, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I had many opportunities um to like pursue my passion, but it was just the timing, you know what I mean? Timing is everything. I like tried out for different things. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I tried out like I said, for a school of performing arts. um the timing wasn't right. It was my passion, but they were looking for something in particular, and I didn't have what it took for that time, right? So thank you. um I you know did it in school, joining the Rhythm Riders, but it was just not um sustainable. Like our group got together and then they disbanded. So it was like, okay, all right, there's another time that I don't really get to pursue my passion. But it came to full circle as I got an adult. It was just me being at the right place at the right time. Like I said, meeting up with a young lady that was heavily into dance, into fitness and things like that, and just pulled me along because she saw the passion within me. Right, it's never too late to pursue your dreams. Absolutely. It said we take breaks, but we can revisit the passion later. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yes. I took a long break. Like I waited till my children got old enough because my youngest daughter went and with me went on my first dance group, which was Lasanga Yabana King. That's such a tongue twister for me. Like if I try to say it fast, it like trips me all up. But Lasanga Yabana King, and they were a Congolese dance group. I had my youngest daughter. She did it for a little bit, but it wasn't her passion. You know, she thought it was cool because she watched her mom do it and her auntie, and she thought it was cool. So she joined in for a little bit. Her and my niece, which was my other sister's child, but it wasn't her passion. So she realized really early on that she didn't want to dance for the group anymore, which is fine because it's not for everybody, right? And Congolese was so fast paced and high energy that you had to be able to keep up with. Okay. But it came to full circle. And I was so glad that I was finally able to live out my dreams and my passion, because I had been wanting to for so long. And I kept feeling like that things were getting in the way of pursuing that passion, Um, like even with auditioning for like the talent search. Like I was selected to be in this talent search, but because I didn't have the means to like record or make video clips, that was another time that I had to like let my passion go. So when I became an adult and my kids were older, like my youngest, she was probably about 11 maybe then, but my other kids were like a little older. My son, he was younger, but he didn't care. He didn't care nothing about it. But it was nice to have a spouse that where the family could like watch the younger kids and stuff. It is supposed to be. It will be absolutely, absolutely. I am a strong, firm believer of that. Right. So yeah, so now when I look back on my, years, my adult years, when I got to actually dance and perform and pursue my passion, I was like, it came full circle. So I'm just a witness to say, like, don't ever forget about your passions, and don't think that it's too late to pursue them. Okay. So, and I have a couple of people that's resonating with that. Like you said, like you never know, like when it's going to come to full circle fruition. And I'm a living witness that can actually happen, because it happened for me, right? And I'm like a testimonial of that. Um, but they said, but don't wait to find your passion. I said one common misperception people have about passion is that it's fixed. You either have passion for something or you don't. Okay. The problem with this belief is that it is limiting, leading us to think passion as something we discover or happen upon. Right. It's not fixed. Like I said, either you have it or you don't. And it's like certain things that I'm passionate about and some things that I'm not. But the things that I'm passionate about are things that I kept revisiting, like, want to be a dancer. Um, Teaching. I enjoyed it when I was younger, but I wasn't really sure that I was passionate about it until I got older. And I was like, wow, I really would like to educate. So, like I said, like, either you love it or you don't. Either you love it or you don't. you know and it said focus on what you care about, not what is fun. That's a big one. That goes back to when I was talking about singing. For me, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but was I passionate about pursuing it? No. It's still not. It's still not. My sister tries to coax me into saying, go ahead and do it, right? True passion never leaves you. Right, 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 right. So me wanting to like sing is probably not a passion. I enjoy it. I would love to like just get rid of those jitters, step out on faith and do it, because I enjoy it so much. But I have to get over my fears. I really do. I really have to get over my fears. Okay. But like dancing, I'm like, because it's been instilled in me and been a part of my life since I was so young. I was like, I feel like I can just get out and jump in and do that at any moment and won't be fearful about it. Love to like show my moves or whatever, because that's what I'm passionate about. Okay. Um, but yeah, there was like, focus on what you care about and not what's fun. So for me, dancing is what I care about. Yes. And like teaching is what I care about because like although it took me a long time to realize I was passionate about it, I definitely do care about educating. Okay. So, you know, it's still a passion, don't get me wrong. It's still a passion. It's just challenging. It's challenging, and it comes to a point where you don't when you feel like you've given all you can give and you don't know how much you have left of yourself. And like on like our last segment about like self-care, um doing what you need to do for you. And sometimes when you feel like that burnt out moment and you saying, I don't think I have this anymore, that's probably when it's time to like step aside, because you have to think about you and your mental first and foremost, right? I can see you're going to be put out a jazz album in 5 years. Ooh, from your lips to God's ears, girl. Well, I'm gonna shock y'all one day. I'm gonna shock y'all one day. Like my sister's like really pushing me. I'm gonna shock y'all one day. I'm gonna shock y'all. And y'all gonna be like, oh, she actually did it. She actually did it. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, you know what? I just have to get over those jitters. I do. I really have to get over those jitters. Yep. Um. Yeah, and they said another one is overcome the limits of passion. It says it's also important to understand when passion won't help you. When passion won't help you. That's big. Like I'm gonna let that one marinate. When passion won't help you. Like you said, you can be really passionate about it. Like me, like passionate about dancing. So like weigh the pros and cons. Passionate about dancing, passionate about teaching. Which one actually helped me? Right? The dancing part didn't help me. Like, of course, I got to like travel, dance, perform in front of people, be on stage. We got paid for it, but it wasn't like I was like in Hollywood, like doing big stages and forums and stuff like that, right? We got paid for our little shows that we did, but could I eat off of it? Could I live off of it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I could not give up my 9 to 5. Okay. So it was just a passion that I was able to pursue and I enjoyed doing it, but I couldn't live off of it. I definitely couldn't live off of it. So when they say understand when passion won't help you, like I can definitely connect and agree with that. Okay. Um, but pursue my other passion, like educating, right? That's right. Need livable money. Right. Yeah. If you pursuing a passion and you're broke all the time, trying to pursue this passion, maybe you might want to rethink it a little bit. You might want to think, okay, is this passion sustainable? Right? Can I live with pursuing this passion? And that's huge. That's huge. That's so huge. Um, so for me, like I had to be realistic. I really had to be realistic about what I was actually going to pursue. Okay. So that hence comes with education. Right? It's like although I have a passion for dancing, I enjoy it. I like performing. I love being a part of groups and things like that. Um, but realistically, like can I live on that? You know what I mean? Like is dancing gonna pay the bills? Is dancing gonna take care of my children? You know? Um so I had to tap into something else that I was passionate about, because education is huge. Everybody needs to be educated, okay? Um, you cannot get far without an education. And you really have to love what you do. You really have to be passionate about wanting to help others. And that's how it all ties in for me because I love to help others. So, um, like teaching was kind of like a no-brainer for me because I get to help others, help children. Like you gotta realize that children are definitely the future. Okay. Um, and you have to be willing to teach them what they don't know. A lot of them learn from like life experiences and environments, but the fundamentals, you know, definitely have to be like taught and stuff. So yeah, but they say, what does this mean? Imagine you're presenting a project. This is about us as understanding when the passion won't help you. So they said, imagine that you're presenting a project. You're on auntie duty right now. Right. Oh, so that the little ones got you in the middle. I understand. I understand. We was on Junior and Papa duty yesterday. So yeah. So trust me, I understand. But they were saying that imagine you're presenting a project at work that you are passionate about. We find that expressing your passion may only help you if your audience already agrees with what you are presenting. If you are not already on board, your passion for such subject may not be effective when you bring them along. Right. Passionate about the children. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. So, yeah, they said like many of us want to pursue our passions, and organizations like commonly encourage this, but in fact, we often don't know how to do this. Right. So, viewing passion is able to be developed and is a challenging ongoing process, and it's something that may lead you astray, may help us better achieve our goals. So overcoming the limits of passion, right? So it's very interesting, like how they actually have like studies on different things. Like I'm always curious to know what research says, like is things like a problem, like how people like cope or interact with different things. When I'm like having these topics, like I love to like research to see what people are talking about, um how others feel, like how they are reacting to these certain topics and stuff. So yeah, but that goes back to like how they said that there are several ways to find your passion. So as a recap, they said like the self reflection. Consider your values, your strengths, your interests, and think about the activities or topics that make you feel enthusiastic. Okay, I can agree with that. Like I sit and I reflect a lot. Like, am I passionate about this? Um, do I want to take it further? Do I want to pursue it? So self reflection is really, really big. And when you want to pursue your passion, exploring, like I said, try new activities. I've done that. I've tried out many things, to see what field works for me, what interests me. Like I also do like tax accounting, right? That's something that people don't like to talk about, because taxes is such a touchy subject. Um, but I was interested in it. Like I love working with numbers, right? So I also went to school for that, to learn the ins and outs behind like doing taxes and calculating and things like that. Um, I definitely enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. I wouldn't say that I'm like passionate about sitting crunching numbers all day, but I'm definitely good at what I do. And lucky for me that I only go hardcore with it, like pretty much during like tax season, when I'm like hardcore core, have to crunch numbers, have to be hyper focused. Like I'm a stickler for making sure everything is like perfect, precise. Like I don't want to mess up, 'cause especially when you're dealing with other people's um information, and their income. Like you got to be on point, you have to be on point and stuff, right? So but I am like good at keeping records, and keeping books and receipts and things like that. But it's not a passion. Like I did it. Like I actually worked in an office. Yes, very detail oriented, right? I worked in an office where it was just doing taxes, taking clients all day. Um, you know, I stopped working at that office for after about like 6 years, and a lot of it was because I was trying to do two jobs because working with numbers was like one thing, but it wasn't like my steady like 9 to 5. I mean, I was good at it, but it wasn't like something that I'm like, oh, I got to do this like full time, like every day. Nope, that was not it. It was part time. Um, but because I was so good at what I did, I had like clients that would say, um, your hours are so small and so limited. Like I can't catch you during your office hours. Is there any way that you can like prepare my taxes outside of your office hours? So I thought about it. I marinated on it. I said, wow, you know what? Obviously that I can provide a great service, but my hours are not permitting me to really service people that will love these services. So that's how I ended up going into like my own tech service. I stepped out on faith. I definitely stepped out on faith with that one because I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, if I was gonna be able to sustain it. But I stepped out on faith, started my own tech service, and lo and behold, how they say, if you build it, they will come. Literally, if you build it, they will come. um People just started following me. Like that's my clientele, like really really like blew up and exploded. Like I had to like really like fall back and take a break and say, listen, this time is really like taking over my life because I still had family, still had a husband. Like I still had to like be able to like juggle and balance it, and it was like getting really tough because I was in business for myself. I was putting in long hours. So not only like was I'm doing like my 9 to 5, but I was up late working like on people's taxes, right? Working up on people's taxes like all night, every day, every day, every day. Um, so it took me probably like 3 or 4 years to say, listen, you gotta take a break. Like it's really consuming you. It's really consuming you. So I had to like kind of scale back, kind of scale back, kind of scale back, and just like limit myself, like give myself cutoff times and stuff like that. And it ends up working out better because now I'm okay with doing it, you know, but it's like I feel like liberated that it's not consuming my life anymore, and that I can do it at my leisure, that I don't feel like compelled to do it. So yeah, so that's one thing. Like when you're trying to pursue a passion, like I pursued something that I was good at. I stepped out on faith. I did it. You know, um, it's very very demanding, very demanding. So like I said, you have to just find out, is it going to help you, is it going to hurt you? So in my case, it ends up hurting me because it was consuming my life. So although I still like do prepare taxes, it doesn't consume me anymore. um I'm able to like pick and choose when I want to do it, if that makes sense, you know. So yeah, but just my recap, like exploring new things, go through like trial and error, you know, like seek guidance if you're not sure. You might be somebody that's doing something that you are interested in. Hi Edna, how are you? Wow, thanks for joining in. Yeah, we were just talking about pursuing our passion. Yeah, this is a pleasant surprise. Glad to see you. Um, yeah, so, but they said seeking guidance, like, and with people that might be doing something that you're interested in, see how they got into it. Ask questions, like, see, like, what made them pursue, that field or the activity. Why they decided to like get into it, because I'm big on asking questions as well. Like if it's something that I want to pursue, I ask questions. I do. Like even like with my sister, like she's in certain things. Like before I decide to like jump into it, or I might ask questions about it. Like, and even people around me, I was like, I noticed that you are doing this. Like, what is that like? Can you tell me about it? Like, how did you get started in it? Like, was it challenging? Um, like, what was the steps? What was the next step? What was your first step? Like I'll ask questions. If it's something that I'm like considering but not quite sure about, I do ask a lot of questions. So when they say seek guidance, like I definitely resonate with that. And they said like think long term. Like I talked about dancing, like pursuing my passion of dancing. Although I'm passionate about it, but could I see myself doing it long term? No. Like, but I definitely enjoy doing it. And I think once I got it out of my system, like being able to perform with different groups and things like that, I was okay. Like my dream had got deferred. Like I kept trying to pursue it because that's all I wanted to be. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be this famous choreographer, and things were like pumping the brakes, like pausing me, like literally like, no, the timing is not right. Hey honey, how are you? Like the timing is not right. Like it's it's all about the timing. Like, and I feel like when things start getting in the way of something you're trying to pursue, that's your sign to say, okay, let me pause and take a break. Back off of it a little bit. Timing might not be right for me. Okay? Timing might not be right. Now it's just for fun. Exactly. Right. It's all about the timing. So it wasn't my time. Like it was different. I had different opportunities to do what I love, but the timing just was not right. So I felt like when it came to fruition and it came full circle and I got to do it, I said the timing. It was the timing. So the timing was now, that's why this opportunity presented itself. It just happened to be at the right place at the right time. It was like I was like, who knew? You know what I mean? It's like one of those dream defers. Like you think that it's never going to happen. Like you want it to happen, but it never happens, and then finally that moment happens. And I was like, wow. Like I always sit back and think about it. Like God, if I didn't get this connection with this person, or they didn't see that I had a passion for, wanting to dance, I would have never got to live out the dream that I had been trying to live out so long ago. So I'm like always so thankful and grateful that I had that opportunity to pursue it and get it out of my system. Because now it's like how my sister said, I do it for fun now. So now it's like it's not about like doing rehearsals, meeting every week, being at a certain place at a certain time. Is like now when I do it, it is for fun. So yeah, I am curious to see where that journey will lead me. Like if another opportunity will present itself to like, dance, I'm really, really curious about that. So yeah. But right now it's like I'm in reality mode. um doing what works, doing what will help me and not hurt me right now. So I'm still in the thick of education. I'm not sure how long that I will stay in education, you know, because as years pass, the less I feel that my impact is like making a difference, because like times are definitely changing, and it gets more challenging, and it comes with that burnout. It definitely does. Educators do get burnout, so I definitely commend um people that stay in education for a long time and retire education. So I guess it all depends. It's different types. I think I chose the path of dealing with the younger ones because I definitely like teaching the 5 and 6 year olds because that's when they're like most impressionable. They're learning, and you have to lay that groundwork right from the beginning. Start them young, start them early, and they'll take those skills and they will carry them far. So it's kind of harder when you already like start teaching like the older kids, because sometimes they might not learn the fundamentals and things like that. So I love like starting from the groundwork. And I think it started from like having a sister that was like really struggling. And she got pushed through the system, you know, that just strikes the nerve with me, because like how do you get to like third grade and you do not know the basics, you know? Like still, you know, can't like read certain things and stuff like that. That really really struck a chord. I think that's probably when I really realized that I need to like really teach or whatever. But yeah, but it's definitely a passion that I decided to pursue. Right. Good teachers are so necessary. Right, right, right. Yeah, so I was talking about how, you know, when I knew I had a knack for it from our sister, you know, she was the one that fell through the cracks. She really fell through the cracks. And when I realized at a young age that she didn't know like the basics, and I honed in on that and made sure she knew things she should know at her age and her grade, I was like, that's when I knew I had a knack. So it took me a while to revisit it, and then you know, realize that I had a passion for it. But you know, like I said, things come in full circle and come to fruition. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay. So that lets me know that that was something that I should do and everything. But yeah, but um couple more things, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you so much. But how I was saying, they were saying thinking long term, assessing what you don't love. I touched on that. Paying attention to like highlights, notice what days and times you look forward to the most, and consider, you know, where and with whom the best moments take place. Um, Thinking about what scares you. Like for me, singing in front of people scares me. So that's why I've never pursued it or tried it. So yes, just the thought of that scares me. Okay. Um, and thinking about your childhood. Dancing was a part of my childhood. So that's why I pursued it, and that's why it never left me as an adult. Like I always had it in the back of my mind that this is something I want to do, and was hoping that I would get the opportunity to do it. So it's never too late to pursue your passion. That's my thoughts in a nutshell. I just want to leave you with these final thoughts that it's never too late to pursue your passion, especially if it's something that you have been passionate about since a child and never got the opportunity to do it. Um, Again, ask questions. You see somebody doing it and it's something that you want to learn more about or you want to get into, um, reach out to that person. You know, get that mentor. Find out what they did. You know, pick their brain. You know, that's me. Find out. You know, get into it. You know. So, yep, never too late. It's never too late to get into something you love. You know, just having that avenue. Sometimes those doors can open to lead you into that. Okay, but that was my spill on finding your passion, and I hope I didn't bore y'all or talk too much about it. But yeah, I just love to like share information and you know, tell you that anything is possible. Anything is possible, and I like sharing my story. You know, I love sharing my story. It took a while for me to want to put my stories out there and talk a lot about me. But you know, sometimes when you hear their voice that's saying it's something that you should do, sometimes you have to listen to it. So I always question like, God, why did you lead me to this platform? Because I'm always so private about things, but I know I've done a lot, seen a lot, been through a lot of stuff, and have different things that I can share. So I am very happy to like share different things and different experiences with you. Um, but we do this every Sunday. I apologize for the mishap in the beginning with the original live, so we had to switch gears. Hopefully, everything will go as planned on next Sunday. But we do this every Sunday at 3 o'clock with Sister Talk Live. Me and my lovely co-host Janae. She is talking about us in yeah, does this feel like a passion? You know what? It actually does, and I never thought about it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it just like landed in my lap. It literally landed in my lap. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, I still sit in my thoughts and say, God, why did you lead me here? Like, I love like helping people. So maybe that's how I led into this platform, because I love helping and giving information. So I guess things tie into each other. But yeah, so I do feel passionate about helping. So if this is helping somebody, if somebody gets something from it or they get a takeaway, then that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. But yep, but we are doing Sister Talk Live Sundays at 3 o'clock. I hope that you guys will join us next time, because you never know what we're going to talk about, and I thank my lovely co-host for participating during our live via chat, even though you couldn't see her on the screen and things were acting wonky. This was just one of them wonky Sundays, y'all. But I do appreciate y'all for being here. Yes, 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 yes. Yep. But until then, I appreciate you guys. If you haven't done anything for yourself today, do something for you. Take care of you. Have a good rest of your day and your week. I'll talk to you guys next week.